The absurd, the obsessed, the obscure. Follow us if you dare as we open the files at My Weird Space. These men like to whip it good. Feel like going for a dip in 2-degree water? These cars will make anything stand up and take notice. Dressed in a black silk suit designed for martial arts, Apichat Chakrapart's ice creams may be straightforward, but it's the way Apichat sells them that makes his ice cream stall different. This ice cream salesman has been practicing martial arts for the last 20 years and sure does have a unique and original approach to his work. The Kung Fu style is something Apichat has been perfecting for 15 years as his sales pitch. Don't look too excited, kids. It involves tossing scoops of ice cream in the air, twirling around and catching them in a bowl behind the back or under the arm. Serving ice cream Kung Fu style sure does guarantee entertainment as well as a sweet dessert. Is that one scoop or two?
You eat my ice cream, or I throw in your face.
About 40,000 people flock to the island of Chongqing in China to watch the annual Bun Festival. 3 giant bamboo towers were built and covered with thousands of steamed buns, known as the food of ghosts. Once the ghosts have had their fill, the buns are then distributed to the people, bringing them good fortune. Around 3,000 people take part in the procession, which commemorates the end of a plague outbreak on the island 200 years ago. The festival runs over 8 days, with ceremonies and opera performances, lion dancers and Kung Fu members, but the highlight is the breathtaking procession. Youngsters dress as mythological figures and modern Chinese heroes, appearing to float above the crowd on an intricate system of rods and wires. Accompanying the floats are musicians banging on drums and gongs to scare away evil spirits. But these guys are doing a better job scaring me. Ever felt like pampering your fish? Or need to hide them from your wife so she won't see this is a weird and expensive obsession? Then do as this gentleman did and bring them down to the Nippon Koi Hotel, the hotel for lovers of koi fish, known to some of us as carp. He only pays the small fee of $3,500 a month so his koi can live the good life in total comfort. For this kind of money, the hotel also provides him with hospital services in case his koi gets sick or suffer from skin disease. Owners are free to come and go as they please. Some even prefer to stay with their koi instead of going out and socialising in the real world. Anyone up for a spot of fishing? Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. China has a new army. It's elegant, charming, and it marches in high heels. 32 lucky girls have been selected from hundreds and are now training to be ushers at the Olympic Games. The girls all had to meet certain requirements to suit the usherette uniform. But most importantly, they have to smile. Smiling is obligatory at all times. Not only do these girls train hard, they have the added pressure from their family and friends to be selected for the awards ceremony. The The Olympic Army is not just made of ushers. There are also students trained in bartending, table waiting and coffee and tea service.
Now, turn and face each other. Do you take this usher? No, wait, that's not right. Just smile instead. And march. Left, 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 right, left.
Yep, this is what they do for fun in Turkey. Screams from competitors mixed with a roaring audience was heard in a screaming contest in the city of Izmir. Both men and women can compete as long as they follow one simple rule. They must give a reason for their scream. I think her reasoning was to deafen every animal within a 2-kilometre radius. Reasons such as because I want to, unfortunately cannot produce a winner. The length and art of the shouts are important factors in the scream contest. It also shows the power and variance of human lungs. The winning prize is 100 million Turkish lira, which is about $900 US. Now that's something to scream about. This is meant to be a reenactment of a wedding that took place a long time ago. But honestly, I just think it's a reason for everyone to get out and act a little crazy. One of the largest, most spectacular courtly bridal pageants of the medieval era has been brought to life as the Bavarian city of Landshut began its quadrennial festival centred around the Landshut wedding. The festival is to celebrate the marriage of Bavarian Duke George the Rich and the Polish king's daughter Hedwig in Landshut. Like most husband and wife couples, there was a language barrier, although these two actually needed a translator. That would be the least of their problems though. They hadn't even seen each other until the wedding day, and the poor bride was let out in tears. But that didn't stop the event from being celebrated in style. Crowds of Mexicans flocked to the centre of a small town to cheer on a parade of donkeys dressed in costumes during a traditional festival to honour the hard-working animal. And what better way to honour it by getting grown men to sit on its back and attempt to play polo with an oversized ball and broomsticks. Help us! Do you think we should tell him that it's not a bull riding competition? The most popular event of the Festival of the Burro is the parade. Several donkeys are dressed up as popular Mexican personalities. Does my ass look big in this? Now you may think this is just a bunch of men jumping around, bobbing and shaking their heads, or maybe they're listening to the latest heavy metal band. But in either case, you'd be wrong. This Turkish village of Kocalan is celebrating Spring Festival. Looks like a painful way to celebrate. Listening to rhythm tambourines as this guy rocking and rolling. The most interesting activity of the day is the whipping game. Played in a circle, men meet one another at the centre of the circle and whip each other and then leave their place to the other players in the name of friendship. Boys will be boys. What do you call the new Chainsaw Massacre? 90 lumberjacks from across Germany meeting for the National Forestry Championships in the eastern German town of Glien. The participants had to show their skills with a chainsaw, with the main referee describing it as an event based on millimetres and precision.
Right, this goes here, that goes there, and spin these around and hey, presto, I'm finished. Told you my wife said I was good with my hands. Now, easy there, Tiger. The aim is not to pop a balloon. Do not pop a balloon. Oops.
Move over, NASA. It's the Bun Bang Phai Rocket Festival in Thailand. Beginning with a colourful parade down the main street, local residents show off some of their rocket creations. Made from bamboo poles, plastic cylinders and enough gunpowder to blow up a small village, the rockets are carried across a muddy field, one by one, and raised onto tall bamboo launch pads. In 3, 2, 1, lift off! What goes up must come down. The winning team, whose rocket stays in the air the longest, gets to take home the trophy and what everyone else comes for, the prize money. The loser gets to enjoy a more rewarding prize, a mud bath. For anyone that has a love of peace and quiet, this is not the place for you. This guy's enjoying himself though. Over 1,000 drummers have come together to make one hell of a racket in Malaysia and to break a national record, pounding, beating and striking various drums in a festival in Malaysia's ethnic Malay heartland. Why just drummers, you ask? No one was able to master the skill needed for a guitar. And the crowd goes wild. Not only do you need the talent to be able to play the drums in harmony, you need to be able to shake your groove thang. Nothing like ending the night with a bang. This is the Bottomless Lake in Moscow. Why is it called the Bottomless Lake? Because if you get in, you freeze your bottom off. But that doesn't concern some of these people who enjoy swimming in 2-degree water. Look at those bungee smugglers. She's there for the view, not the swimming. These people, who call themselves walruses after the marine animal that lives in icy waters, say that frequent dips in icy water improves their health and keeps them away from hospitals. Doctors say that a person has to be well prepared before taking the breathtaking dive and warn that people with heart conditions should consult their specialist first. Nope, that's close enough for me. This is the New Year dog party in Tokyo.
Oh, I'm gonna get Paris Hilton for this.
The audience is captivated by the posing poodles in embroidered pants, pet papillions in knitted manteau, and greyhounds in crystal-studded gabardines at the Pet Fashion Week. At least this poor puppy is camouflaged by his spiky afro dude. Now, I don't know whether to feel sorry for the dogs or the models having to wear those ridiculous outfits. Then, to top it off, they have to be photographed in them. Haven't you heard of a lead, mate? It may be a little weird, but aren't they adorable? Oh, stop it, you're embarrassing us. Here in Las Vegas, the latest consumer electronics go on show. More than 140,000 people are in attendance to view the latest gadgets that, well, let's face it, most of us will never get. Like these flattering glasses that make viewing HD TV just that little bit better. Or watch a video game in your favourite masquerade ball outfit. How do you play the game though? There are lots of weird and wonderful inventions at the Consumer Electronics Show, with televisions with an 11-inch display that are only 3mm thick. They say that's equivalent to 3 credit cards. But could my 3 credit cards afford it? For motorsport fans in Britain, Autosport International is a must-see event. Billed as the largest motorsport show in the world, it's a chance for car enthusiasts to meet top drivers, see the latest cars, and experience racing and stunts in a live-action arena. Whatever you do, kids, don't try this at home. One of the biggest attractions is the Formula One racing car gallery, where an entire F1 grid is on display. The show is also the chance for motor industry professionals to meet and launch new products. Where do they keep the cigarette lighter in here? For many, it's a unique chance to see and appreciate the cars up close. It's a view they wouldn't normally be able to get, even at a Formula One Grand Prix. Yes, this is a tugboat. And yes, it is pulling what appears to be a house. That would be because a Dutch construction company has started building houses on water in the Netherlands. The houses, made of wood and lightweight aluminium, are linked to each other by walkways, but can be detached from the surrounding neighbourhood and individually moved by tugboats. It seems like a good idea with all this land running out. I can't understand why people are walking away though. Look at the view. Whatever you do, do not light a match near this next story. What started out as your normal two-storey house became an obsession for this owner, and he couldn't stop. Realising he had a great view, he wanted to keep building, but getting permission seemed to slip his mind. The construction of this 12-storey house led the owner, who coincidentally is also the builder, to a 2.5-year jail sentence. I bet that pleased the neighbours. It looks to me you need to have a certain level of fitness up to be able to live in this house. That puts me out. "12 stories of nothing but wood, and he still hasn't invested in a hammer." Don't worry about the view, mate. Go get that hammer and get working on those floors. Anyone need firewood? To continue with our stories on homes, nothing tops this. Instead of living in cramped, expensive living conditions, this gentleman has chosen to build a hut on the back of his bicycle. The shiny hut measures 3 foot by 4 foot and comes with a slanted roof, a door and a window. The inside of the little house features a set of bookshelves, a writing desk and a fold-out bed. I wouldn't recommend trying to host any parties though. It even attracts the ladies. When the bed is fully laid out, your feet and legs stick out. This is all good and well for those who like to have their feet out in the open. Until next time, it's time for my weird space to say good night.